সালামু আলাইকুম রহমতুল্লাহ। ফজলুল করিম বাফেলো বাংলা ফেসবুক পেজ থেকে আপনাদের সকলকে জানাচ্ছি আন্তরিক শুভেচ্ছা। আমাদের নতুন একটি প্রোগ্রাম বাফেলোর কমিউনিটি আপডেট, আর সেই কমিউনিটি আপডেট জানতে আমরা এখন এসেছি বাফেলো সিটি হলে Lovejoy ডিস্ট্রিক্ট কাউন্সিল মেম্বার ব্রায়ান বোলম্যানের অফিসে। Good morning, sir.
Hey, Kareem, how are you?
Good. Thank you for your time for giving us some update today.
Oh, it's my pleasure. I want to be able to get my message out to the community. Hello, everybody. This is Lovejoy District Council Member Brian Bowman. We are here in the Lovejoy Council office, working on a lot of things this month. And, we're just coming off the start of the new year, and very excited to get things rolling for the Lovejoy District. So one thing that my colleague, Councilmember Nowakowski, and I are working on is we submitted a resolution to the council regarding halal foods and trying to get the Buffalo public school system to offer more options. Currently they have some vegetarian options, but we also want to offer the halal options. So we're pushing forward with that. We've had some discussions initially regarding halal foods in Buffalo Public Schools, but on February 23rd in the Education Committee, I'm the Education Chairman, we're going to have a discussion February 23rd at 11 a.m. and all are welcome to attend. It will be virtually in these times of COVID, so it'll be a virtual link. I'll put it out on my Facebook page. I'll make sure Kareem has it, and Abul Hoke in my office, he'll be also a contact. So to get the link to the meeting, you can contact our office, or it will be on our Facebook page. Our office phone number is 851-5151, and you'll be able to catch us here during the week. I also wanted to mention that we are working on getting the Buffalo Public Schools to recognize Muslim holidays as well. So with that said, we're also discussing, along with halal foods, we're also discussing, recognizing holidays. And in New York City, they have done this under the leadership of Mayor de Blasio. I've heard a lot about their forward thinking and progressive approach out there. So very interesting and something we're also, starting conversations on. So keep an eye out for that as well. And we'll be, moving that forward through the Education Committee. Also wanted to talk about vaccines, which, everybody is looking to get vaccinated with the COVID pandemic. And on this Thursday, from 4:30 to 5:30, this is Thursday, February 18th, I'm going to do a town hall where we'll be talking about the vaccine. We'll be talking about with some doctors and other members of the Health Equity Task Force. And what we'll be talking about is just really, kind of myth busting some beliefs about the vaccine, but, talking about why it works, why it's important to get it through to all communities. And this is something that I've been working on quite a bit over the past, few months. I spoke last week with the New York State Health Department with representatives, and we were talking about ways to get the vaccine into all of our communities, making sure that we get it to, the seniors who don't have transportation, members of the community who don't have access to the internet. So I stressed the importance of trying to get the vaccine to the places that are most difficult and the residents really that need it the most. Some of the most harshly affected neighborhoods are in our district and on the east side of Buffalo. So we're definitely fighting from the Lovejoy District office to try to get the vaccines out into neighborhoods. It does sound like there's more help on the way. There's vaccines on the way. Even yesterday, the county executive was talking about more vaccines coming down. So we're hopeful that happens fast, happens sooner than later. And potentially the convention center downtown could be a site for mass vaccination. But with that said, we also have to make sure that members of our community that don't have transportation are also able to get vaccinated. So those are some of the things I'm working on for my office. So Town Hall, February 18th from 4:30 to 5:30. We'll be talking about a lot of interesting stuff. We're talking with some doctors and a health equity task force. Also wanted to bring your attention to a program that offers relief for those affected by COVID. So it's federal funding that's being rolled through the city of Buffalo. It's called Stand Up Buffalo. And if you go on my Facebook page, and Kareem will have this as well, we'll put it in the paper, but there are a lot of programs for small businesses. If your business has been affected, if you're suffering, if you have COVID expenses, COVID-related expenses, this is the opportunity to apply for assistance. It doesn't stop there. It also goes to landlords who haven't been able to collect rent, to renters who haven't been able to pay their rent. So there's assistance coming from the federal government through City of Buffalo, and there's programs we're working with, and it's called Stand Up Buffalo. So draw your attention to this, and please check out our Facebook. You could call my office for more information, and I'll make sure Kareem has this information so he can post it. But it's very important that members of the entire city, and I want to make sure members of my district are able to get this very important assistance. I also wanted to talk about the newsletter that our office is trying to put out monthly. It was actually my New Year's resolution to be able to put out one newsletter a month for the community to talk about what I've been doing, what our office is doing, and things that are going on in the city. Also provide helpful resources. So it'll be hot off the presses very soon. We're waiting for the print shop to actually finalize it, but this is the Lovejoy District News, and you'll be able to find this in community stores. When our centers are open, we would have it in community centers, senior centers, really anywhere around the neighborhood. We're going to try to get this newsletter in front of you, and I hope that you pick it up. It'll have helpful information, and really what I wanted to do this year is show the things we're doing, because there's a lot of work that goes on behind the scenes, and I really wanted to show you how hard our office is working. We also want to put it out there that we want to hear from you. We want to hear ideas you have for developments in the neighborhoods, ideas of things you want to see. I think it's very important. I drive through the district frequently, looking at different streets and looking at ways to improve, but sometimes it helps to have secondary opinion and thought process. So something we're very excited about providing, and you can call our office if you want to receive it by email. We're going to provide it digitally to an email list we've created. So if you want your email on it, you could call our office 851-5151. And also it will be on my Facebook page, Lovejoy District Council Member Brian Bowman, and also in your local neighborhood stores. So if you have a location that you want us to put it in, let me know. We'll work with members of the community to get the word out there on what we're doing in the community. I also wanted to talk about some of the issues that are affecting us in our neighborhood, specifically in front of the Universal Charter School. There's a crosswalk and a light pole that used to have a signal on it. And so what I've been doing for my office is trying to advocate to get the department to reinitiate the signal, to have a light there so students and members of the school and the community could cross safely, because we've seen some accidents on that street. We've seen a lot of speeders blowing through that zone. So it's very important to me that I get that addressed, and I have been advocating to the Department of Public Works, and hopefully we'll have that moving soon. Another area where we're working with is we're looking at how we can get signal or improvement over at Walden and Brinkman. So that's something I'll also be bringing to the Buffalo Public Works Department, and I already have had discussions with them trying to get that there. Recently, we've been able to get help from the Buffalo Police Reserves, which I'm very grateful for, to help with crossing the street and some traffic control. So we're happy the reserves are there, and we're fighting for even more improvement in that area. We're also trying to address some issues over in front of the BICC with traffic calming, and we've been getting help from our friends at the Buffalo Police Reserves to help people cross. I'm grateful for their assistance, but we are working with Public Works the Public Works Department in the city to potentially have other traffic calming measures because we get so much, attention and traffic into that building, for brief periods of time on Friday for prayer, etc. Another issue I've been dealing with in that community is the dumping on West Shore, right at the end of those streets, at the end of Sumner, at the end of Brinkman. On West Shore, we're getting a lot of TVs, tires, dressers, anything you can imagine, and it's constant. So my office is trying to get a camera over there. We've also reached out to the CSX, the train station, because a lot of it's happening on their property too. I was over there the other day looking at it, and they actually have some, tires frozen in the ditch. So what we're trying to do is, the city's been wonderful at helping us pick it up. They're almost there weekly picking up dumping, but we want to catch whoever's doing this. So what we're doing is working on trying to get some cameras over there, be able to catch license plates and find those who are dumping in our community. It's frustrating, but it is something that we're working on. So know that we're working on it. I'm very aware of it. We call the department, weekly almost to have the garbage picked up. So hopefully we'll be able to put that to bed very soon. And then I also wanted to talk about improvements that we're working on in the Lovejoy district. We have a vast plan for the district, the entire district. Specifically, we want to address our parks. We want to make sure that we have proper maintenance in our parks. We have proper improvements. One idea that was brought to me was to have a cricket pitch in Schiller Park, and we do have a lot of green space, so we're working on finding out the best location and also how we get that done. So that's something on my plate that I'm very interested in. And just overall maintenance at Schiller Park. I've always been out there for cleanups, but we really want the parks to look sharp and be used by all this summer. And there is a survey that the city of Buffalo is doing right now asking what you want to see in the parks. I suggest you fill it out. Give them any ideas. Let your voice be heard. So the survey will be in our newsletter, but I'll also give it to Kareem. It's on my Facebook page. You could click and do the survey. Talk about maintenance. Talk about you want to have a clean park. Talk about any ideas that you want. You think for your children, or anything you want to see. So please make your voice heard. Please check out that survey. It's a City of Buffalo Parks Department survey, and they're asking for your input. So please give it to them, and I would greatly appreciate that. And in closing, I just want to thank Buffalo Bangala for this opportunity to get my message out to the community, let you know all the things that we've been doing in this office. And I wanted to invite you to like my Facebook page. It's Lovejoy District Councilmember Brian Bowman. My Instagram is Bowman, 4, Lovejoy. And you can also keep your eyes open for our newsletter, Lovejoy District News. You could always reach us by phone, 851-5151. And we're here for you. We want to work for you. And, we're excited about the year to come. So thanks again to Buffalo Bangala, and I really appreciate this time. Thank you very much.
আসসালামু আলাইকুম, আমি আবুল হক মুরাদ, লাভজয় ডিস্ট্রিক্টের কাউন্সিল মেম্বার ব্রায়ান বলম্যানের অফিসে আছি। আপনাদের যে কোনো সহযোগিতার জন্য আমাদের নাম্বারে কল করতে পারেন। নাম্বার হচ্ছে 716-851-5151। আবারও বলছি 716-851-5151। আমাদের অফিস থেকে আমরা যে জিনিসটি বাংলাদেশি কমিউনিটির জন্য খুব বেশি এমফেসাইজ করছি সেটি হচ্ছে যে 911 কল করা হচ্ছে ইমার্জেন্সির জন্য, আর ইমার্জেন্সির বাহিরে নন ইমার্জেন্সি আপনার যে সমস্ত বিষয়গুলো আছে সিটি অফ বাফলো সম্পর্কে জানতে, আপনার কোনো কমেন্ট কনসার্ন থাকে, এগুলোর জন্য যাতে 311 কল করে আপনি এগুলো জানাতে পারেন। বিশেষ করে আমরা চাচ্ছি যে আপনার ব্লকে যদি কোনো সমস্যা থাকে, যেমন স্নো প্লাউইং হচ্ছে না, তারপর ড্রাগ ইস্যু, তারপরে সাইডওয়াক ফিক্স করতে হবে, রাস্তার মধ্যে গর্ত আছে, তারপরে স্ট্রিট পেভ করতে হবে, নয়েজ লাউডের জন্য, আরও অন্যান্য বিষয়ে আপনারা যে কোনো সময় 311 কল করে কমপ্লেন করতে পারেন। আর এই কমপ্লেনগুলোকে সামনে রেখে সিটি অফ বাফলো প্রতিটি ডিপার্টমেন্টে পাঠিয়ে এই কাজগুলোকে আঞ্জাম দেয়। তো আমরা বিশেষ করে এটা এই জন্যই বলছি, যে কোনো সময় যে কোনো সমস্যা নিয়ে আমাদের কাছে আসা হয়, আমরা সাথে সাথে রেকর্ডটা দেখি যে আসলে এই এলাকাতে এই ব্লকে এই সমস্যাগুলো আসলে হচ্ছে কিনা, ওইটাকে সামনে রেখেই আমাদের জন্য কোনো সিদ্ধান্ত নিতে সহজ হয়। এই জন্য আমরা বিশেষ করে বাংলাদেশি কমিউনিটিকে আমাদের অফিসের পক্ষ থেকে খুব জোরালোভাবে বলছি যে নন ইমার্জেন্সির জন্য আপনারা দয়া করে 311কে ব্যবহার করুন। এটা বাফেলো সিটি রিসোর্স, এবং এটা আমাদের জন্য এবং সিটির জন্য কাজগুলোকে খুব সহজ করে দেয়। ধন্যবাদ আপনাদের সবাইকে।
সুধী দর্শক, আপনাদের সকলকে অনেক অনেক ধন্যবাদ এতক্ষণ আমাদের সাথে থাকার জন্য। আমাদের কাউন্সিল মেম্বার ব্রায়ান বোলম্যান এবং জনাব আবুল হক মুরাদ আমাদেরকে যেসব তথ্য দিয়েছেন, আশা করি আমাদের অনেক উপকারে আসবে। নেক্সট টাইম আমরা আসবো অন্য কোনো ডিস্ট্রিক্টের আপডেট নিয়ে। সেই পর্যন্ত আমাদের সাথে থাকুন, বাফেলো বাংলার সাথে থাকুন। ধন্যবাদ।